Good morning, guys. Something I want to talk with you today is the 4 stages of self-defense. So everybody knows the first stage. First stage is, I went out and I got some training. I got my CCW. I picked my firearm out that I want to carry, and hopefully you train with it often and become proficient with it. That's stage one. That's the fun, easy, tactical part that everybody enjoys. Stage two is preparing for criminal charges. In the event that you would use your firearm to defend yourself, you might as well figure on probably being arrested and what to do if that happens. Stage three, lawsuits. Even if you're not arrested or you're found innocent, your not charges are dropped on you, or you're found innocent in court, whatever, you're still subject to civil liability, meaning you'll be sued by either the person that you defended yourself against or his family. And four is your moral convictions. You have to live with what you've done, even if you're 100% right in what you did, probably going to be guilt-ridden and feel bad. So I want to break those down just a little bit. So like I said, number one, we took a class, we got our CCW permit, we purchased our firearm, we became proficient with it, hopefully took some advanced shooting classes or entered some events like IDPA or PPC or some type of course of self-defense. Number two, be ready for the charges that could happen if you get arrested. Probably joining something like Legal Shield or USCCA would be a good one. Having a team, someone you can call in the event that something happens. Something else that's kind of a good idea to do would be to get an envelope and put some information into it. Maybe you leave a check in it for your checking account, or you put a credit card or the credit card number and expiration date and CV code on the back, and you give this to somebody you trust. Maybe on the outside of the envelope you write something like, your name, legal fee, or bail me out of jail, whatever, and give it to somebody that you absolutely trust, that you could call and say, hey, remember that envelope I gave you? Yeah, I need you to get that out and rip it open. Inside that envelope, maybe you've got a couple attorney phone numbers wrote down, a couple bail bondsman numbers wrote down in your area, that the person you gave the envelope to would have access to funds from your credit card or your checking account, and they could take the steps necessary to get you out of jail. That's one of the problems with cell phones today. We don't remember anybody's numbers. So I only knew a couple numbers off the top of my head. And one's an ex-wife's. I ain't calling her. And another one is my father, who is now deceased. So that's no good. So I have to start thinking about, whose phone number do I want to memorize that's available to me. And that's what actually prompted me to think about this video was, hey, if something happened, who would you call? I don't know my mom's number by heart, and she's almost 80, so I don't really want to call her. For me, I'm going to pick my very best friend, my BFF, a lady who I refer to as my sister. And I'm going to start thinking about her phone number. I'm going to train myself to remember that number, because she'd be the one that I would call, and she'd be the one that I would be one to give such information like this. Hell, she's already got most of this information on me. So, something like that. If you go ahead and sign up with like a Legal Shield or something, they'll usually help bail you out. They'll give you a list of attorneys. They're one phone call away. Maybe that's the number you call, right? When you get arrested, they take everything from you. They've taken your credit cards, they've taken your ID, they've taken your phone, all these things, and they've sealed them up in a baggie, and you're not getting them back till you get bailed out of jail. So you don't have access to this. You get down there at the phone, and you can make one phone call. Who are you gonna call? All right. So another good one that maybe look into is secondcalldefense.org. They have membership plans. You join them, you pay a monthly fee, $25, $30 maybe, and you've always got access to attorneys. Looking up attorneys who specialize in self-defense in your state is wise too. Like, I know that I'm from Ohio, and in the Columbus area, there's a guy known as the gun lawyer. He's on YouTube, Kevin DeBry, and that might be a good number to write down and put in your envelope, right? Someone who specializes in that. Of course, any attorney could help you get out of jail. Also, you don't want to say anything to police when something happens other than, yeah, my name is, Joe Smith, and this guy broke in my house and I defended myself, or this guy attacked me here and I felt to defend myself, and that's it. Right there. Shut up. Be polite. There's no reason to be rude about it. Just be like, hey, guys, I know you got a job to do, so do I. And I'm going to wait for my attorney before I make any type of conversation or statements. And that's it. So, and most of these organizations that I've told you about, they'll help you in the civil defense too. I know that if you're a member of USCCA and, they've got a gold member, platinum, and elite, they give you $250,000 in coverage insurance money for your defense. If you're sued, they give you X amount of money for that. I think it's $200,000 or something like that. So it just kind of gives you all these levels of defense to help you make it through. And the fourth one I want to talk about is your moral convictions. Who would you talk to in the event that this has happened to help you get through the mental side of it? Don't be afraid to seek professional counseling, or maybe someone in your church, your priest, your father, your rabbi, whatever the case may be. Probably more than what a untrained professional really would know how to help you with. You can always talk to your friends, but do they really offer you the help that you need? I'm thinking something professional. You go to a professional counselor or whatever. But, these are the sides of self-defense nobody thinks about. Everybody's all, I got my CCW, I'm ready. But have you put any thought into what happens in the aftermath if you have to use that CCW? So that's my thoughts on that. And I hope that this video at least gets you thinking about that a little bit. And check out some of these organizations. You can Google Legal Shield and you'll get a whole list of different organizations. USCCA, you should be a member of the NRA, just different organizations like that. Here in Ohio, I always tell my friends you should belong to Buckeye Firearms Association, fantastic organization, but there's more to it than just being a pistol packing Pete, right? You've gotta look at the other side of it too. So until then, stay safe and be of good courage, because our times right now in America are pretty rough. So take care of each other. See you later.